Yo guys, what is good? It's your boy Jawong here, back again with another video, and today we're going over the top 10 best sneakers for under $300. So this video concludes my back to school series. So if you guys have not already checked out my best back to school sneakers for under $100, for under $150, and finally for under $200, make sure to go check all those videos out. So chances are most of you guys watching are pretty young and are probably in school. And if you guys haven't already, you're probably going back to school within the next couple of weeks. So in this video, we're going over the top 10 best back to school sneakers for under $300. Now I know that is a very expensive price point. Chances are a lot of high school students probably can't afford these sneakers unless they do some side hustles. But if you are a sneakerhead in middle school or high school, then this list probably is perfect for you guys. There's just a lot of different shoes that have released just this year and are pretty fire. Now I will have to say though, at least 80% of this list are all Jordans. So that's just how it is. Jordans right now are just trending. Even though they're not doing so well on the resale market, they're just so easily available. For that reason, the Jordan 1s, Jordan 3s, and 4s are just a great shoe to own for any student who's on a budget. So with that being said, these are the top 10 best back to school sneakers for under $300. Let's hop into it. Alright, coming in number 10 is a pair of sneakers that I already have in stock, and that is the Jordan 4s in the Thunder colorway. Now I know this shoe is a yellow sneaker, and honestly it probably is hard to wear with a lot of things, but nevertheless it is a predominantly black sneaker, and I feel like for that reason it's just a lot easier to wear than other sneakers with yellow on them. Especially in the last 2 years, the Jordan 4 silhouette has just been one of the trendy sneakers for anyone to own. Depending on the size, the Jordan 4 Thunders range to around $260 to $280, so it's just under that $300 price point. I think as long as you have the right pair of pants to wear with the Jordan 4s, especially in this Thunder colorway, it should look good. It's a black sneaker. I've seen a lot of people in New York City just being able to rock the Thunder 4s really easily. But yeah, nevertheless, there's not much else I could say about the Thunder 4s. So coming in number 10, we do have the Jordan 4s in the Thunder colorway. Alright, moving on to number 9 on this list. This is a pair of sneakers that I used to have in stock, but I consigned it, and that is the Jordan 11s in the cool gray colorway. Now I don't know what it is with this particular shoe, but resale on this is just not doing so great. I feel like when it first released, the cool gray 11s were really hype, and then it just didn't move on the resale market. I feel like it went down, in fact. I know not everybody loves Jordan 11s, but for you OG sneakerheads, for you classic sneakerheads, the Jordan 11s are one of the most timeless sneakers for any sneakerhead to ever own. It's also a great sneaker, and especially if you're rocking it for the first time on the first day of school, that icy bottoms are just beautiful. They're so clean. Now again, like with Jordan 4s, I feel like when it comes to 11s, it really matters on the pair of pants that you pair them with, just because the Jordan 11 is also a pretty heavy and bulky sneaker. Now I personally had the Jordan 11 cool grays, but I didn't decide to keep them because it was just really hard for me to wear them. I feel like my legs were too skinny. But if you're a bigger guy, if you're a bulkier dude, the Jordan 11s are a great shoe. And again, like I said before, this gray colorway is pretty neutral and it's pretty versatile, so you can pretty much wear this every single day. So coming in number 9 on this list, we do have the cool gray 11s. Alright, moving on to number 8 on this list, we do have, as you guys can see, a Jordan 1s, and these are the SpiderMan Across the Spider-Verse Jordan 1s. Now I know what you guys are probably thinking. This shoe is not neutral whatsoever, just because of all these 3D effects that are going on in here, and I get what you mean. I know that it is loud and it's probably hard to wear every single day, but nevertheless, this is a Chicago inspired colorway, and it's a red Jordan 1, and I feel like everyone gets hyped about that, especially since it is based off of the Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse movie. Everyone loves Spider-Man. I don't know a single person who isn't into Spider-Man, and these are absolutely beautiful. I don't know what it is with this particular pair of Jordans, but when the movie first released and these dropped, they had some decent profits in them. They were going for like about $260 to $280, and now they dropped all the way to $220, at least in a size 10. And I don't know what it is with this pair of shoes, but it is still beautiful. For the fact that you can find it for $220, which is way below $300, this is a great shoe to rock every single day. And I know for you sneaker resellers, or for you guys who just want to buy an expensive pair of sneakers, rock them for a little bit, and then probably sell them to make your same money back. These are going to go up in a couple of years. I'm already calling it, just because when the third Spider-Man movie comes out, I know for a fact that everyone is going to go after these shoes again, because when this movie dropped, everyone was going for the Into the Spider-Verse sneakers. And I know a lot of people were sleeping on those at first. So I do know for a fact that a lot of people are going to be missing out on these, and you shouldn't be one of them. So here at number 8 on this list, we do have the Spider-Man Jordan 1s from the Across the Spider-Verse movie. Alright, moving on to number 7 on this list, we do have the Air Max 1s in the Paddock Lab. Now, it doesn't have to be the aqua blue colorway. This pair was specifically given to me for my birthday by my girlfriend Jasmine. So shout out to Jasmine. You can get a whole bunch of different colorways from the Paddock Labs. I know that they have the orange pair, and then the maroon pair, even the white and black pairs. Now, I'm pretty sure all of them are going for under $300. This pair is probably the most expensive. Now, with fees and tax and everything, you're probably paying a little bit over $300 for this specific pair. But all the other colorways are going for well below $300, so pretty available. Now, the thing I love most about the Paddock Lab is that it's so subtle. Now, any sneakerhead will know that this is a Paddock Lab just because of the waves. But if you're a regular person, you know, you don't know too much about sneakers, this is a classic Air Max 1. Now, the Paddock Lab does have some fire colorways, which is why I do love the collab. And the Air Max 1 is just a timeless sneaker that you can literally wear every single day. So for that reason, I feel like putting the Air Max 1 Paddock on this list is a no-brainer. It's just so versatile. They pretty much go with any pants that you pair them with. The thing I love about the Air Max 1s is that you can wear them with skinny jeans, you can wear them with baggy pants, and you know, these are a very in-between sneaker. It's not like a shoe that you can only wear with one specific type of fit. So here at number 7 on this list, we do have the Air Max 1s in the Paddock Lab. Alright, next up at number 6 on the list, we do have another pair of Jordan 4s, and that is the Jordan 4 Crafts. Now, I'll be honest, this isn't my favorite Jordan 4 colorway that has ever released. In fact, I feel like it's kind of underwhelming a little bit, but nevertheless, it is a very wearable Jordan 4. Now, I know a lot of people do like that it's so wearable. I think a lot of people do like the subtle hints of yellow on the shoe. Now, for those of you guys who don't like too bold or bright colors, the Jordan 4 Crafts are the perfect shoe for you. Again, this is the perfect shoe to wear every single day, and they're also going for a price of $250, somewhere around that range, but I would say that for a Jordan 4, these are pretty affordable, given that Jordan 4s retail for a price of $210. So yeah, you guys remember what I said earlier, the Jordan 4s are one of the most trendy sneakers of 2023. These are a really good back-to-school sneaker. So here on number 6, the Jordan 4 Crafts. Alright, moving on to number 5 on this list, we do have the Jordan 1 85 cut in the black and white colorway. Now, first of all, we're not going to call these the Panda Jordan 1s because these are not pandas. Now, I do hate the pandas, and I guess the good thing about this specific shoe is that if you're tired of the pandas, if you don't want to be like everyone else, but you still need a black and white sneaker, the Jordan 185s in the black and white colorway is the perfect shoe for you. I know a lot of classic sneakerheads like that 85 cut, but I will have to put a disclaimer out there. I know a lot of people don't really like how uncomfortable the 85 cut is. I don't know what it is, it's just not like the modern day Jordan 1s that release where there's a lot of padding. People have been complaining that the leather quality as well as the insoles are pretty uncomfortable. Now, personally for me, I don't really care too much about the Jordan 185s. Like, I don't really care too much about the cut of my Jordan 1s. I just think that all Jordan 1s are honestly beautiful. Still, if you're looking for a hype and timeless and versatile Jordan 1, this is probably one of the best sneakers to get. I believe this sneaker ranges from around $260 to $280. So again, just a little bit below the $300 price point. So at number 5 on this list, we do have the Jordan 1 85s in the black and white colorway. Alright, moving on to number 4 on this list, we do have a sneaker that is not from Jordan brand, and that is the Yeezy 700s in the salt colorway. Now, I know that most Yeezys are probably died out by now. No one really likes Yeezys, but I feel like with the 700 silhouette, it still has some flame to it, especially in the salt colorway. It's a white pair of Yeezys, which is really easy to wear. Nevertheless, it also gives that vintage and worn down look, so it does match the aesthetic that is pretty trending, at least in schools nowadays. Not to mention that I know the Yeezy 700s are pretty comfortable with their boost material. I personally have never tried on a pair of Yeezy 700s, but I still think they look fire. I don't know if I would own a pair, but I know a lot of people do like the dad chunky shoe. You can literally wear this shoe with dad jeans, cargos, baggy sweatpants, and it's something that students can wear every single day, which is why I think it deserves to be so high on this list. I know this pair just re-released on the Confirmed app, so I believe it's going for like $220, so it's pretty affordable to be on this list. So at number 4, we do have the Yeezy 700s in the Salt colorway. Alright, we have 3 more sneakers, and I believe that all of them are a banger. So the third sneaker coming in number 3, we do have the Jordan 1 in the Palomino colorway. Now out of the 10, this is the most recent sneaker release that we have seen so far, and the Jordan 1 Palominos are just highly underrated. Right now they're going for a resale price of around $220, and I believe that the shoes are gonna go up in value over time. It's just gonna be like the Mocha ones. Now if you guys have been watching my videos, you know that I've said that right now in sneaker culture, you know, it's earth tone vibes, neutral tones, everything that's just really wearable. So your tans and your browns, your creams, all those are trending nowadays. This is a brown sneaker. It honestly reminds me a lot of the Jordan 1 Travis Scott's. Even though it's not in the same exact color scheme, it is a brown sneaker, and I feel like a lot of people are a big fan of the color brown nowadays. I'm honestly a pretty big fan of the yellow tab on the tongue as well. I feel like that's a good compliment to the overall brown sneaker. I feel like if the tab color was brown, it just, I don't know, there would be nothing that stands out in the shoe, but that yellow just gives it a little more character. I know for a fact, even before this video comes out, as students are going into school, there's gonna be some students who are rocking the Palominos, and those students are honestly smart. First of all, it's just an easy shoe to cop, and second, it's an easy shoe to rock. So coming in number 3, we do have the Jordan 1 Palominos. Honestly, these are contenders for the top 10 best sneakers of the year, and I will be going over the video on that in December. Alright, moving on to number 2 on this list is another banger, and that is the Jordan 1s in the UNC toe colorway. Now, I don't even have to say it, but for the fact that these are a UNC inspired colorway, this is a banger shoe for any sneakerhead to own. Honestly, I'd probably be owning this sneaker if I didn't already have my UNC Obsidians. I mean, these are pretty much the same thing except without the UNC toe. These also are reselling for a price of like $220. So a lot of people have been arguing that when it comes to the best Jordan 1s of the year, it's either the Palominos or the UNC toes. Honestly, I like the UNC toes a lot better just because I do like blue. I like the shade of blue, and yeah, I just feel like this shoe has a little more character to it rather than the Palominos. Now this sneaker is the perfect back to school shoe just because it's hype, and I know when it first dropped it was pretty hard to get, but if you go to any consignment shop or any resale business, you're bound to find the UNC toes just because they are really popular. I know for a fact this one is going to be on the top 10 best sneakers of 2023. So here at number 2, we do have the last pair of Jordan 1s on this list, the UNC toe ones. And finally at number 1, we have what's arguably the sneaker of the year, and these are, as you guys can see by the box, the Jordan 3 reimagined in the white cement colorway. Now I forgot to mention that I did do a review on the white cements, so if you guys haven't checked that out yet, make sure to go check that out afterwards. I'm also going to leave a link to all the other sneaker reviews that I did, to the ones that I already have. But when it comes to the white cement 3s, I feel like, yes, this is one of the best sneaker releases that we've had all year. This is an absolutely beautiful shoe. Honestly, I was debating on keeping these. I don't know if I will. I don't know if they're gonna be a shoe that I'll keep later down the road, but for now I know that if I'm holding on to these shoes are gonna go up in price. I know for a fact that within the next 5 years these are not gonna be at the same resale price as they are now, so which is why I think for you guys who are looking for the best back to school sneaker, to get these now as soon as you can. They're going for about, like, I want to say $280, $290, so make sure you're getting this sneaker before they go up to like the $350s and $400s. This is a very wearable sneaker as it's pretty much all white, but it has some accents of red, some elephant print, and then some cream on the midsole. Not to mention, this is a timeless sneaker and a classic one as well. Now the reimagined 3s are supposed to mimic the original white cement 3s that they had in 1988, and these are beautiful. I've seen a lot of people rocking them. I feel like unless resale prices skyrocket within the next 5 years, this is probably a shoe that I'm gonna bust out 5 years later. So I highly recommend for anyone who's looking for a back to school sneaker, for it to be the Jordan 3 Reimagined White Cements. These are beautiful. This is our #1 sneaker. Alright guys, there we have it. Those are the top 10 best back to school sneakers for under $300. Now I'd like to hear from you guys. What are your thoughts on this list? Which of these shoes are your favorite? And which of these shoes do you think don't belong on this list? Let me know down in the comments. I want to hear from you guys, even though you guys sometimes roast me and say that I got a really bad taste in sneakers. This list is all for you guys, so honestly, I probably wouldn't cop a lot of these sneakers myself, but I know that these sneakers are what is hype nowadays. But nevertheless, if you guys can do me the huge favor of liking this video and also subscribing if you have not already. Guys, I'm on the road to 400 subscribers. I know I'm pretty close, and I would really appreciate your support so then I can get monetized and I can just help this channel grow a lot. Again, if you guys haven't checked out my other back to school videos, I will also leave a link, so be sure to check those out. With all that being said, these are the top 10 best back to school sneakers for under $300, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.